I'm going to do a quick little cruise around YouTube, see who's live. Our friend Jace is live. I think he's been about 20 minutes or so, half an hour into his workout. Sorry, my cat is demanding some attention. So I need to remember, I need to be careful that opening up links to show on YouTube, which I did for our friend Easy, actually gave me wasn't a copyright strike, but it was a warning. It can't be monetized um, because it was playing a song. It's playing a song that he was playing too. So you never know. Little things that you learn as you cruise along on your YouTube journey. All right. So again, our friend Jace is live. Our friend Bob, anything is possible. It's just back from fishing. We'll see who else might be live. That's the plan. We're going to look around real quick. Um, did I miss a live from our friend Love Our Toy Pups? Looks like I did. I apologize. Hey, our friend Odom is going to be on Goga's Sunday service this Sunday, I believe. That's pretty awesome. I very much enjoy both of them. Both the people have deep faith, a faith different than my own, but similar as well. I've had some very great conversations with Odom about faith. And I think that's about it, guys, that I see who is live right now. Hey, our friend Food from Afar, Martine, has put up a post. She's celebrating 1,200 subscribers. Very nice. I love seeing people's channel grow and that community just expanding, you know? Here's the thing. If you get a friend and their channel is growing, if they're somebody that you support, you're part of that growth. Things don't happen separate from you. By you, I mean us. I mean we. Let's see. McBoy says, hope you have a good day. Sir, keep pushing the peace. Thank you, my friend. That's the plan. That is the plan. Peace and kindness. And we often think that it is something that might be a little bit beyond us. Something that we can't do. Or we can only do when the conditions are right. If we're always waiting for the right condition to be kind, we're going to have very, very few opportunities to actually put anything in place. If we practice it now, when it's difficult, man, election time here in the States, that's big. This is when you practice it. Someone's going to have a different opinion than you. Someone is going to vote differently than you. Someone is going to be upset with you for how you voted. Can you be kind then? Can you be patient? Can you be peaceful? The thing is, yes, you can. Will you? I don't know. Will I? I don't know. I practice. I practice very sincerely, very consistently. Do you know why? I'm not good at it. That's how we get better. We practice. Antonio says it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Antonio. How old are you, my friend? So, that's a good question, Antonio. I don't talk about who I'm going to vote for. When we talk about politics here, we talk about it very broadly, um, never specifically. And I always steer the conversation away from that. The reason being, as soon as we do, as soon as one person says, vote for this person, or I'm going to vote for this person, we've created sides. We've created an instant opposition. So, and there's always the attempt to make someone wrong. I'd rather talk about the politics of community, the politics of union, the politics of love. How can we all come together in spite of who we vote for? Politics, as we know it today, and probably has always been, has been about picking a side. Always. And not only that, you got to pick the right side. And if you don't, then that means you're on the wrong side. If you're on the wrong side, then you're wrong. Let's see. McNoodle. I like that name. It says, hi. Tony says it's okay. McNoodle, how are you? Camilla, my friend, how are you? Nice to see you. Moss Claw says hi. Hey, Michael. How you doing? I saw a video. I didn't get a chance to leave a reply, but I will. For some reason, I can't leave a reply to you on my phone, but I can on my desktop. On the one that you made, that is not for sale. So even though I don't talk specifics about politics or elections, meaning specific candidates or Camilla says, I got to go. Bye. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. That doesn't mean that we don't talk about, again, the broader issues of politics, because we certainly do. By that, I mean, what are the driving forces? Everyone wants a better life, right? Everyone wants a better life for the kids than what they had. Even if you've had a great life, you still want a better life for your children. Michael says, I've been having trouble with that, but I have no idea why. YouTube is doing it. I have nothing turned off that I'm aware of. It's been the same for me, but not with everyone, with some people. Like Eric Lapointe says, he can't comment on my shorts. My YouTube shorts, not the shorts that I'm wearing right now. If Eric Lapointe would like to comment on the shorts that I'm wearing right now, he's perfectly capable of coming here and saying, hey, Eric, some nice looking shorts you're wearing, my friend. To which I would say thank you, Eric Lapointe. It's much appreciated. That is annoying because comments help the algorithm, which get our videos noticed, which means we can gain a broader audience. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I wish we could figure it out. Eric Point says, nice shorts. Okay, you see, I told you that he could reply to my shorts, leave a comment about my shorts, as he did. However, my YouTube shorts, he cannot do that. Michael says, hey, Eric, and he's laughing. You got to give Eric Lapointe credit. He has impeccable timing. He waits for that opportunity. I get the feeling that Eric Lapointe is like wearing whatever it might be, YouTube camouflage, blending in. No one can see him until that perfect opportunity. Bam, then he comes in. Don't ask me what YouTube camouflage would actually be. No idea. We make this stuff up as we go. No plans. The thing is, if we talk about issues, feeding our family, keeping a house over our heads, or I guess around us. We don't want a house just over our heads. If we talk about immigration, thorny issue, for sure. if he talked about all of those without demanding that someone had an answer. Imagine if a politician shrugged and said, I don't know what to do. There's got to be a better way. Let's find it. Let's really seriously find an answer. But you know what? I think in a lot of cases, there is an invested interest in keeping problems so that you'll keep voting for people to fix the problem. However, if they fixed it, where would we be? Runner Boy says, did you do your vote today? I did do my vote today. Poor man is here. Poor man, how are you feeling, my friend? Says Brother Yogi in chat. Hey, Jacob. Jacob Love, liked and shared. Much appreciated. Michael says, Eric, I tried to Beetlejuice you yesterday. Hey, it did work, actually. In here, because Yogi said if he said his name too many times, you'd show up, but it didn't work. It did work. He showed up. He was, I think, like the last comment as I was shutting things down. Jacob, support, liked. Thank you, Jacob. Michael's laughing. Nightmare says, it's me, Eric. What's up, Nightmare? Speaking of Beetlejuice, has anyone seen the second Beetlejuice? How many decades has it been making a sequel to that? Poor man says, Soreman got 2/3 parlay pull-up routine last night. How many reps total was that? Hey, Moskva. Hey, you know what? I saw you up above, and I forgot to say hi. I apologize, my friend. Moss says, politics should not be a competition. We should work together. Very well said. Perfectly said. I agree, 100%. Eric Point says, no, I haven't seen it yet. I probably won't. If it's, once it's on like TV, I'll catch bits and pieces of it. I think the last movie I saw was, man, I don't remember. It's been a while. Wonder Boy says, so much pain and doubt over such little things. Exactly. Wonder Boy says that was said by Bormeyer from LOTR. I don't know who that is. Nightmares waving at Eric Lapointe. Jacob says, hey, brother, Mr. Yogi in chat. What's up, Jacob? Hey, so what's the next big collab for you guys? Who's doing burpees with whom? Whom? Who's doing burpees with whom? Who's doing burpees with who? I think it's whom. Hey, Toy Pups. Poor man says, not sure. Partial reps, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of a deck of cards. Gotcha. Musclaw says, sorry if I spell bad. I have dyslexia. That's okay. Not a problem at all. Lord of the Rings. He was a character in it. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Brian says, so guys, hey, Brian, how are you? Poor man says, me on the point, got to do redneck burpees. So what is a redneck burpee? What's going to constitute a redneck burpee? Boy says, I want someone else to do 100 pull-ups. Hey, poor man just did 200. What was it, on Sunday? Hey, Tandra. Tandra did the Yogi triple yesterday. She's probably still recovering. That was a whole lot of yogi. Hey, A35. Poor man's waving at Brian. Hey, Miss Blipper. How are you? Our friend Stuart is here. Stuart says, hello, Yogi brother. How are you? Yogi? Yogi? I get the oi, oi, oi. What's up, Stuart? How are you? Brian says, the poor man. Eric Point is laughing. Brian says, I'm okay. It's been raining for the past few days. It's supposed to stop soon. We haven't had rain here in quite some time, a number of weeks. Tandra's showing off her gold medal that she earned. She earned it the hard way. Sure, lots of people can qualify and compete and win a gold medal in the Olympics. I defy anyone to try to sit through 3 long extended live streams of me talking. She did it. She deserves that medal. Michael says, I don't know why, but for some reason I'm picturing something with a tractor tire. I was thinking maybe, let's see. Michael said a tractor tire. What about a hoe? A garden implement. Not what you guys are thinking. So it says, oh no, my stalker in chat. So it says, I'm okay, Yogi. I'm glad you're doing okay, Stuart. Hey, Joe. How are you? So seeing Joe Delaney reminds me of her doing the Sunday service with Goga. And I just want to mention again, I mentioned at the top of the chat, this Sunday, our good friend Odom is going to be doing the Sunday service with Goga. That's going to be something. Odom's got a story to tell. Tandra's laughing. Oh, and there's going to be a collab. Tandra and Jace. Speaking of Jace, he's got a huge weekend. He's going for the Holy Grail on Sunday. And the Holy Grail, 1,000 burpees, however long it takes you to do it. And then Sunday he's going for, which will be a piece of cake for him, 2,000 sit-ups. Joe's saying hello, hello. Stuart says hello to Tandra, sweetheart. Brian says, just yoga in his basement going strong. Thank you, Brian. I'm doing my best. Contemplating that kettlebell comeback, guys. Brian says, yeah, Donnie Law, nature videos yesterday. Said it's been dry there in eastern Tennessee. I appreciate you pointing him out to me, Brian. I enjoy his videos. Michael says, apologies on the typo. I'm eating lunch right now. Not a problem. Miss Flipper says, okay, thanks, Eric. How are you? Watching you is helping me from becoming hyper-vigilant about election stuff. Yeah, I know. I'm doing my best to maintain. I mentioned yesterday, you guys remember when it used to be election day? When you found out the very next day? Sometimes that night you found out. Now we have election week, in some cases an election month. A35 says, I hope the rain stays just a little longer. I have a bucket outside filled with rainwater. I'm trying to get mosquito larvae. Oh, for bait, right? Eric Point is laughing. Poor man says it's been raining a ton here. Gotcha, Stuart. I thought that's what you meant. Hey, Mercedes Funk, how are you, my friend? Hey, Weld. Appreciate you guys coming in. Weld says, I hope you're well, Eric. Thank you, my friend. I am doing pretty good. It's a sloppy, muddy mess. That makes for tough outdoor training, that's for sure. I'm determined not to. We got a an emoji. What? Oh, is that a ballot emoji, Mossclaw? Well, it says I'm 10 away from 1.5k subs. I'm eager for the 2k. I bet. And as I mentioned often, it's going to be a well-deserved 2k, and it's just going to keep growing. Hey, is anyone here not subscribed to Weldon Carry? Mercedes says no. What are we knowing to, Mercedes? Joe says slow to Brian. So what's new, Mercedes? Once again, I am determined. Man, last night I fell further behind than I've ever fallen behind. Tanya says here, but eating, no typing. Gotcha. Jacob hit 1K today. That's awesome. Speaking of well-deserved, man, Jacob most definitely deserves that 1K. Way to go, Jacob. Sadie says, poor man. Stuart says hello to Jacob. Let's see. Moss says, can you try to pronounce AAO? It would be funny. I could try. I need a hint. I'm not even sure where to begin. Oh? How did I do? Let's see. A35 says not for bait. I'm using mosquito larvae as a picture, so I can tie larva patterns that look like mosquito larvae. Nice. You are the first person I've met who is growing mosquito larvae. Well, it says nice. Yeah, like I said, man, not only does Jacob deserve it because he puts in such hard and high quality work day after day after day, he deserves it because he puts in work for everyone. Jacob shows up on a live stream and he immediately goes to work. Hey, ATC. ATC says, what is a good legend? Hey, our friend, All Things Country, has an excellent YouTube short up right now, brand new. If you guys could go check it out. Anyone who knows how to drop a link, if they want to drop that link. Stuart says, ATC, my dearest brother. Hope you guys take the opportunity, if you're not connected, especially people who have mentioned that they're shooting for some bigger numbers. Weldon Carey. He wants to get that 1.85 as soon as possible, and then it's onwards to 2K. Weldon Carey says homework time. A35 says my hands are spaghetti noodles. Oh, I tried so many larvae patterns yesterday, my arms and hands don't even work. Well, that's good though. You're doing what you love to do. A35 asks a question, Stuart, are you still tying fishing patterns? We got some heart emojis from our good friend Toy Pups. Michael says, used to catch rainwater for the garden when it was gardening season. That was all through the minerals are better for crop growing than well water. Yeah, I guess that's true. ATC says, going live later still. If you want to do a panel on your channel again. Nice. I like seeing you guys together. Eric says, I can't walk down the stairs well because of me and Jacob. Sometimes you're even more sore 2 days later than you are the day after. Jacob drops a link for Toy Pups. Hey, speaking of Toy Pups, she's really, really close to getting the hours that she needs, to getting 4,000. So if you guys can swing over, do a playlist for her, I think she can get there by the end of this week. Honestly convinced. If you guys could help. And you know what? Play it, have it up in the background. It's a lot of fun to listen to. She's a very joyful person. I saw that you're going to go live ATC. Toy Pop says, I was listening and dozed off, so relaxing. So, Toy Pops joins the I've fallen asleep on the Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement club. I think there's 5 or 6 people. 835 says, sup, ATC legend. Toy Pup says, thank you to Jacob. Moss says, not sure how to give a hint on how to pronounce something. Maybe Google it. Okay. Put that, leave that comment again. Because if I go up to look for it, I'll just fall further behind than I already am. So it says, I got no watch time left on StreamYard. 835 says, I forgot to check the Jaguars this evening. Poor man says, I know LaPointe did 600 squats the other day, was walking slow downstairs. Hey, Odom. We were just talking about you, my friend. Joe drops the link for All Things Country short. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. So the short for ATC, Joe just dropped the link. Check it out. Pick the perfect song. 835 says, hey to Stuart. Jacob says, you're going to be okay, Brother LaPointe. We're going to get more collabs later in the future. Hey, Heavenly Star, says Yogi Bear. How you feeling, my friend? Small from us, slow from Morocco. Hello, Morocco. Jacob drops a link for Heavenly Star. Odom, I was just talking about you being on Goga and how much I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Stuart says, slow to Heavenly Star. 835 says, glad speeds work so well for emergent patterns and nymphs. I will have to take your word on that. Eric Point is laughing with Jacob. Heavenly Star says, hi. Hey, Ginger. Ginger says, oh no, there ain't no live without me. That's for sure. Or that might be, but it's subpar. The quality is hurt without Ginger. We got a ghost emoji from Heavenly Star. Smile with us says, good news. What's the good news, my friend? Toy Pup says, we are at 3782 with 5 days being held. 5 days in the bank. She's there, but let's make sure 100%, just in case, sometimes you drop a bigger number each day. So 3782. If my math is correct, I'm doing it in my head, that means she's not that far away. That's the best math that you guys are going to get from me. Approximate. You're going to get approximate math. Smiles with us says, I hit that Spain with Pandora and Mud because it's delayed, helping the flood victims. Awesome. I'm glad that that is helping, my friend. Thank you. Stuart says, slow to Ginger. Miss Flipper says, slow smiles from Morocco. Joe says, hello to Odom. Eric Point says, damn, poor man. Man, Poor Man's Gem is a volume legend. I don't know how he puts out that much volume day after day after day. Ginger says, Heavenly, how are you? Moscow says, you keeping up great? Well, thank you. Doing my best. As I said, I really fell behind. Stuart says, why does my stalker want to stalk me? It's a good question. ATC says, always lived that song in my youth. Always liked that song in my youth. Always lived that song. Yeah, I can see that. Me too. Sometimes in the present. Ginger says, Eric. Eric Point is waving at Odom. We got some more links dropped. Jacob says, hey, brother Odom. Ginger says, there is one thing we can say. It would drop this live to VIP. There's one thing we can say. It would drop this. Which one? Give me a second. One second. Got you, my friend. Hey, Go On Life says hi to all. Sniper, hey, Sniper. Odom says 19-year anniversary today. Birthday is in 15 days. Busy month. Happy anniversary. Um, 15 days. We will have a celebration for you, my friend, for sure. Ginger says if we talk about it, people would leave the chat. Are you thinking election? It's on everyone's mind. Point, sorry, I said missed everyone. I'm working. Sniper says sending a photo of the Neptune effigy that's being thrown on the fires as an offering to our famous Luz bonfire. All right, cool. Thanks. I look forward to seeing it. Go On Life says, Eric, sir, please pin my ID. I don't really know how to do that. What is it that you want me to pin? Did I miss something? $835 says, I wish I could tie more larvae patterns, but I ran out of hooks and glass beads. Well, hopefully you'll get some more soon. Heavenly says, celebrating me beating cancer is my B-Day wish. And we will be there to celebrate with you as well on both accounts. On your birthday and you beating cancer. When's your birthday, Heavenly Star? We get the bell emoji from Squirrel Sniper for Heavenly Star. Healing bell. Always. When we get the bell emoji, when we get a request, we ring the bell. Life says, Heavenly, how are you? Heavenly Star says in 2 days. Awesome. Ginger. I think I faded out there for a second. Life says, what about your lungs? Are you singing again? Heavenly Star says, Sniper and Yogi Bear. You're welcome, my friend. Mossclaw says, well, you catch up. I did catch up. Amazing. Even more amazing is how surprised how surprised people are when it happens. Last night there was no catching up. I was doing my best, but so Ginger was talking about the election, politics, that kind of stuff. I don't mind talking about. I don't even mind talking about issues. Um, but it's when we make those distinctions, when we say vote for this person or vote for that person, when we create a divide that isn't really there. That's when I try to be careful. But I think everyone can agree. I don't think it's controversial to say election night sucks, no matter who you're voting for. Ginger says, Heavenly, keep peace within yourself. Excellent advice, Ginger. Heavenly says, my lung is still healing, and I tried singing yesterday, but it didn't go well. Take your time, Ginger. As you said, healing. Healing means a process. You will get there. Jimmy Carter, a.k.a. Brandon, says, hey, I'm at work. My job is to smoke crack. If you are alive later, I can tell you my peanut butter conspiracies. I would be interested in your peanut butter conspiracies. As a matter of fact, I would be willing to subscribe to your newsletter, my friend. Or do you have a newsletter? Do people still do newsletters, or is it all like on a blog? Heavenly Star says, thanks, Ginger. Life says, you will soon heal and start singing. Absolutely. Thanks for putting that out there, Life. You put out those healing intentions, the healing prayers. Every thought, every utterance, everything we say is a prayer in some way. So the thing is, when you watch your thoughts, is that the prayer you want to put out there? But man, the prayer that Go On Life just put out there, you will heal, you will soon heal and start singing. That's the kind of prayer you want to put out there. Mouse Claw says, I'm so happy I don't live in the USA. It can be tough, but I definitely love my country. Hey, my wife slash ex-wife slash significant other fought for our country. Well, she fought. She didn't fight. She was in intelligence. My dad certainly did. My dad was in a minesweeper in the South Pacific, the end days of World War II. Odin says, sending strength and prayers, Heavenly. I know the struggle. My mom fighting the same thing. Prayers to your mom, Odom. You have mentioned that a few times here. Heavenly Star says, I don't sound like a mouse anymore. That's important. Ginger says, wow, that's funny. What, Jimmy Carter? Eric Point says, peanut butter conspiracies. That's interesting. That would be a great title for a newsletter. Peanut butter conspiracies. Because we know they're out there. We know that there's a great peanut butter conspiracy. They don't want us to know, and they don't want us to know that we know, or is it we don't want them to know that we know? Life says, yes, sir, Eric. Yes, Eric, sir, sorry. 835 says, Sammy Amaya, don't know what that is. Don't know what that is, 835. Moss says, I'm scared to end of the election here from Sweden. Well, it does affect the world. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer says, hey. Heavenly Star says, you and Peanut Butter, Brother Eric. It's a package deal. Me and Jimmy Carter. Odom says, my son in the military now. Hey, what branch is he in, Odom? Heavenly Star says, all four sides of my family has cancer. Like all the cancer you think of. Yeah, many in my family have had cancer as well. My father, my mother, both included. 2 years ago, I had skin cancer removed. Life says the ratio of cancer increasing day by day. Michael says, hey to Heavenly. He says, hey back. 835 says, peanut butter sausage miracle whip. Don't know what you're talking about, 835. Odom says, Army. Gotcha. Milka did 23 and a half years in the Air Force. 835 says, Bob tries his best to make up names as much as possible. Jennifer says, I like your glasses. Thank you. I appreciate that. Life says, my father died of cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, Life. It is so hard to see our family suffer that way. Heavenly Star says, true life. Mossclaw says, what do you think of the present debate? I think it was so funny, like a comedy. Debates are tough to watch. I didn't actually watch it when it was in play. I did catch the highlights. Man, I won't go into what I thought. That hits a little too close to taking a side. I have my personal side, I have my personal opinion, but I keep it to myself because I don't want to create any more division than there already is. The whole purpose of this channel is to, first off, heal division, and then to see that in reality there is no division. All of that stuff is made up. There's no division in actual life until we put one there. None. Zero. Jenny says, I do openly educate about politics, but I don't like the hypocrite crap because people don't think. I don't care about the topics, but I want my money back. 3 years of being out of poverty, not long enough. Gotcha. I can understand that. Life says, my aunt had cancer, but luckily she survived. Well, I'm glad to hear that your aunt survived, my friend. I hope she's doing well. Heavenly Star says, so did mine. Life, my adopted dad had kidney cancer. Oda says, has been in 11 years now. So he's going to make a career out of it. He's going to put in 20. Life says, so sad. Jennifer says, that's subscribed. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Heavenly Star says, this year I lost one of my older sister to brain cancer. Wow. Star, my friend, I'm sorry for your loss. Moss says, I understand if it's okay to make a joke. You can. Sure. 100%. Walt says, I'm sorry. Moss Claus says, never mind. It's not funny. All right. If you do think of a funny one that you want to share, always feel free. Odin says, yes, wish he wouldn't, but yes. Well, the Air Force did Milka well. It provided her, she didn't have a whole lot of options coming out of her teen years. Basically, She couldn't afford school. It was making a career out of being a waitress. Nothing the matter with making a career being a waitress, but it can be tough. She saw the military as an option, and actually all of her siblings served, and her parents served. So it was just seemed a natural thing. Tanya says, I'm done eating. Life says, you are strong. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Jay says, part 2, 1 to go. We'll make the triple yogi. Tandra, Jace is coming. The triple yogi award. Tandra says, hi to Jace. Jace says, Tandra, any leftovers? Well, Heavenly Star says, everyone says that death comes in threes. But last year I lost 12 family members in all different months. Moss says, what's your opinion on climate change? It's a great question. I would guess that everyone could guess my opinion. I don't think anyone should have an opinion on climate change. Climate change is a scientific actuality. It is, we see the results. It's been long researched. We're living the results right now. There's no reason to debate it. The question is always, what can we do to mitigate? Some people think that societal collapse coming from the climate change, it's already too late. We're not going to prevent any of it. Now we have to ask, how are we going to be able to live with it? How do we live within a societal collapse that things won't be the same? A lot of people might take exception with that and say, no, it's made up, it's made up. We see that something's going on. So, not to step upon a controversial issue, because we're largely free of that. My thing is, nature should always support us, and we should do everything we can to support nature, because we are nature ourselves. We're not removed. We're not removed from it. We are climate. You know? Odom says, the times we're living in make me nervous about him being in there. Yeah, I can imagine that, Odom. Life says, appreciate to remember. Jay says, Mouse Claw, it's all fake, and there is evidence. Heavenly Star says, told my family not to tell me who dies in the family. Yeah, I could see why. Let's see, Eric says, if you fill, or I'm sorry, Sniper says, Eric, if you fill a glass full of ice and add water to the brim, when the ice melts, will the napkin underneath get wet? I would imagine so. I never tried. A35 is back. Odin says, I'm with Jace. They told us they had control of the weather since 1954. Mouseclaw says, we need to get back to nature. I agree, Mouseclaw. Heavenly Star says, thanks, Yogi Bear, for ringing the bell. Absolutely. And whenever you need to hear it. Eric Point says, well, here is the positive outcome to climate change is Antarctica is the biggest continent, so it should be way more room. Ever the optimist. Ever the optimist. Life says, I like your behavior, Jace, sir. When you come in to say hi to everyone. Jace is open, giving, and loving, as is his nature. Jace says, thanks, Go on Life. Eric Point says, no to Squirrel Sniper. Life says, you deserve, sir. And Michael says, or is Antarctica really Atlantis? I just watched an episode of Ancient Aliens claiming that. I have never done an ice and glass experiment, Sniper. Oh, so wait a minute. Eric Lapointe wasn't being optimistic, as Jace points out. Jace says, Lapointe, more room for Xmas trees. It's all about business for Eric Lapointe. He sees real estate in the future. He sees the ever-expanding Christmas tree monopoly. Now we know the truth. Eric Lapointe is laughing. Star says, depends on how full the glass is with ice. Well, there you go. Tanya says, Jace has a song now. Jace has a song. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Tandra's waving at Eric. Eric Point says, hey to Tandra. And Eric Point says, you got me, Yogi. I suspected. You know, they talk about big oil. They talk about, all these big pharma. They never mention big Christmas tree, the most cutthroat industry of them all. They are out for world domination. You know it. I know it. I'm not afraid to take a controversial stand on my live stream. Big Christmas tree. They're out to get you. Soon, we're all going to be working for Eric Lapointe. Pennies a day. Mark my words. Again, I'm not afraid to take a hard stance on my channel. People are always like, Yogi's steering away from controversy. He just doesn't want to ruffle feathers. Here and now, I get on my podium. I say no to big Christmas tree. Heavenly Star says, beautiful Tandra. Jace most certainly deserves a song. Heavenly Star says, Brother Eric, you're cool. Jace is laughing. Life says, Christmas is on the way. It is on the way. That's for sure. Michael says, now if we can just do something about the ticks that Pine and Fern bring in. Let's see. Tanya says, Yogi, guess what it's called? A little bit of Jace. A little bit of Jace. Leo says, much love to you, Brother Yogi. Wishing you a great day. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. Hey, I hope you're mending well, my friend. Heart of Gold. Perfect. Nice. That's the perfect title. Aptly described. Sniper says, same in the tundra and Arctic. The woolly mammoth now in warmer countries. The same hollow hairs and fur as gorilla to keep them cool in hot climate. Give me 1 second, guys. Leo says, so my peeps, have a great day. Thank you, Leo. We got some emojis from Toy Pops. So let's see. We are at 55 minutes in the live stream. I think we're going to go for a few more minutes. Who's going live soon. He's going live next. You know, it's been about a week since we had a tractor live stream. I think we're overdue. Mothclaw says, "Skip my comment." I'm sorry, Mothclaw. Let me scroll back up here, see what I can find. Oh, the last one I see is that we need to get back to nature, which I agreed with 100%. Did I miss something? Oh, there we go. Nope. That was it, right? We need to get back to nature. Humans can take heating of the earth, but not cooling. I would say it depends on how hot it gets. Hey, Kayla. Kayla, happy birthday, my friend. Sorry it's late. Happy late birthday. Sampa says, finding fossils of predator in the middle of eating their prey must only mean one thing: a sudden event in time. Jason sending love to Kayla. Moss says, that's weird. I will write it again. I will be on the lookout for it, my friend. Life says, in 2025, the sun released sun flare that we the strongest one from past. Huh. Interesting. Of course, I hear 2025 and I think of the Zager and Evans song. If anyone here remembers, it was a band, a group, more like a duo, Zager and Evans, and they wrote a song in the year 2525. It is a really, really bad song. But when I was a kid, early teens, I thought it was the most profound song ever written. It was so deep. It was only later, as my musical tastes matured, I realized this is a really bad song. As were most of the things that I listened to. Not all, but most of the things. I mean, let's face it. When I was 12 years old, and I was a card-carrying member of the KISS Army, that was pretty ridiculous in hindsight. But at 12, I thought I was the coolest kid in the world. I even had a KISS belt buckle. Sniper says, Eric Point, been under sand, pour petrol on top of sand, light, wait, dig up, enjoy a cold bear. We will call that option B. I guess we could call it option A. Kayla says hi to Jace. Eric Point says I was going to say we'll go underground, Sniper. Life says, okay, you mean you don't believe. Don't believe in what? Life? Sniper says, as we did before. Stuart says, hello, Jason, my brother. He says, hi to Stu. Let's see about the prediction of science. No, it's not that I believe or don't believe. I just don't know. With the solar flare, I'm not informed enough to have an opinion. Um, so yeah, not a matter of me believing and not believing. Semper says the climate will always change, but not by man. Um, I think if we looked at that objectively, as I mentioned before, we are the climate. We're not removed from nature. We're intimately and intricately connected with nature. That we also shouldn't confuse climate with weather. Sniper says man can only direct. Life says you are right. Hey, Cats for Nelson, how are you, my friend? Life says I'm also not sure 100%. Well, you know what? Even science isn't sure. Science makes the best possible, not prediction, but they map a possible potentiality of an outcome, and then they navigate by that, and they make different new outcomes as more information comes to light. That's why everything is a theory, even though some things might seem to be proven, still a theory. Nothing's ever proven. We only have so little actual information at our fingertips. Spend some time with a dog and see how little we actually know. Hey, Daisy. Casper Nelson says, Love Your Toy Pups recommended you. Well, I hope we don't disappoint. I appreciate her recommendation. Kat says, good, thanks. It's a good day. I'm doing good, Cats. Thanks for asking. Wow. Cats for Nelson, thank you so much, my friend. Extremely kind gesture. Our friend Cats for Nelson just put a huge smile on my face. Thank you. This is a huge smile, by the way. This is as big as a smile actually gets. Ginger says, can I suggest something? Certainly, Ginger. Much, much appreciated. Hey, Alice. Jason's waving at Alice. Kayla says, much love. Much love to you, my friend. Cat says, how are you? Do you have cats or dogs? I have 2 cats, 2 black cats. They're sisters. I adopted them when they were 10 years old. I had 2 dogs. One passed away 2018, the other in 2019. My significant other, she has a dog that is also my dog, but she doesn't live with me. So I see her most days. Comes over to take a walk. We spend time together. Not as much. She doesn't spend as much time because the cats don't get along with the dog, unfortunately. And since the cats are older, and since I've only had them for 2 years, I sort of want them to feel safe and at home. I can only imagine that they must have had a hard life, be 10 years, or something must have happened to be a 10-year-old cat and find yourself without a home. Cat says, no problem. Heavenly Star says, smash the like. Thank you. Stuart says, can I ask a question, please? Absolutely. Moss says, you should mod Cats for Nelson. We will. Probably. Almost everyone sooner or later gets a mod. Excellent suggestion, Moss. Alice says, Moss, hi. Life says, okay, Yogi, sir. Ginger says, weather will never be the same. It's like someone tells me global warming, climate change, but he goes out fishing in a boat with a stroke motor. Gotcha. You don't have to worry about that with me. Cat says high school sniper. Junior says hypocrite right there. Cat says sorry about the dog. Thank you. It's never easy to lose our fur family, that's for sure. Life says catch you later. You got it, my friend. Moss says hi to Apple. T says bye to you, YouTube family. Let's see. Is it a silent K? Kanal? Koenig? Kanal? Am I saying that right? Remotely right? From the Netherlands? Welcome, my friend. Cat says it's sweet, adopted the 10-year-old cats. Well, person at the shelter told Milka's my ex-wife, that she was afraid no one would want. One, black cats are hard. Two, hard to be adopted. A lot of people don't want black cats. I like them myself. I like all cats though. Two, because they were 10, people might not want an older cat. And three, they were sisters, bonded. Someone might take one, but they wouldn't take the other, and they'd be separated at that late age. So as soon as Mocha told me that story, I was like, well, gotta get him. Gotta bring him home. Sniper says, to life, check out old natural scientist David Ballamy. He passed moons ago, but he was talking about this climate agenda 20 years ago. Kat says, do you meditation every day? Yes, twice a day, sometimes 3. And then, of course, I do breath work, which has a, excuse me, guys, a mindfulness element to it. So it's a mini meditation as well. But 2, sometimes 3 formal sitting practices in the day. First thing when I get up, I do my breath work, I meditate, and then later in the day, I do my second meditation practice. Minimum 20 minutes, usually about 30 minutes, occasionally 40 minutes to an hour. Junior says the interesting thing about weather and science, you can predict, but you can't force weather to do anything. Dinosaurs come and gone. It's a good point. Sniper says greetings to Amsterdam. Sniper says wishing I was there. Oh, Amsterdam. Moss says, you give therapist vibes. Well, thank you for that. I tried my best to be, for lack of a better word, gentle and receptive, open. Want to listen to people. Jay says, Squirrel, you need to come visit me. So I'm taking it. Jace has a mini Amsterdam at his place. Which, if that's the case, maybe we all need to go visit Jace. Sniper says, Ginger, I don't go along with dinosaurs too. Ginger says, when the politicians get 3 paws on it, it's money. Man, can't argue that. Can't argue that at all. Cat says, oh, I love all cats. Yeah, me too. I love all animals. It's the reason I'm a vegan. It's not any great political stance, For me, it's a quiet lifestyle of doing least harm as possible. In the yogic tradition, it's the very first principle of yoga, ahimsa, which means non-harm. We practice non-harmfulness just with ourselves, and it goes all the way. It means that I try not to harm people in thought. I include myself in that. I don't do my best not to harm myself, including not harming myself with my thoughts. That's how deep you got to take all of yoga. But you know how difficult that is? We're so conditioned by life to have these negative thoughts about ourselves. And how often does it come out? where we do something and we say that was so stupid. Can't believe I was that dumb. I can't believe this or that or whatever. That's not practicing ahimsa. So the act is to catch ourselves and gently, very gently correct it. To not so much relate to the thought as to the awareness of the thought. Let's see, Kat says, cool, I do meditation too. That's awesome, Kat. It's, I think, probably the single best gift that we can give ourselves. So much so that several years ago I became a certified meditation teacher. Sampa says, Jace, my side of the menu is the bomb, but nothing like chilling in the dam. Ginny says, I am talking about nothing. Will never be the same. Everything changes. Everything does change. That's true. Alice says, got to go. Bye. Thanks for stopping in, Alice. Jay says, Squirrel, it does have that vibe. Sempa says, bye to Apple. Jay says, I live in a big city, Eric. Gotcha. It is, could we consider it the Amsterdam of England? The Amsterdam of Great Britain? Alice says, bye to Squirrel. We got some more links dropped from Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Runner Boy, I'm sorry we missed you live. Runner Boy says, just finished my live arm workout. How'd it go? Cats for Nelson says, it's funny how important it is to do nothing. I love that. Man, you nailed it. Perfect. Virginia says, where do we put our climate change money from our taxes? Nobody knows, right? So where does it go? Paying money will clean the air somehow. It's a good point. Where does any of our tax money go? We should, where else do you give money to someone and not get an itemized receipt? We should demand an itemized receipt for the taxes that we pay. Where's it going? What's going for what? And if I'm paying for something, I live in a very high tax area. I don't mind that much because, all right, my stepdaughter is not of school age any longer, but she went to an excellent school in this area. We have great libraries. We have great roads. In a very pretty, beautiful, natural, planned city. Taxes take care of all of that. Awesome. But, on the federal level, I know it's paying for a lot of important stuff, but it's also paying for some stuff I might not be in agreement with. I would just like to know and have a choice. Kat says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Runner Boy says, it went all left. Well, you got to pick a direction. Left is one of two options. Right? Well, I guess you can have up and down. Maul says, if everyone needs this, you deserve love. You don't deserve to hurt yourself. You deserve to live. Don't self-harm. Thank you, Moskwa. That's an important message. Guys, always feel free to drop that kind of message anytime. Absolutely, 100%. Runner Boy says, don't pay taxes, kids. And if the government has an issue with that, if the government has a problem with that, let them know that Runner Boy gave you the directive. Don't pay taxes. Jay says, congrats, Jacob, Mr. 1K. Absolutely. Big congratulations to Jacob. Cat says, but I got to go. Get my cat treats before they revolt. Thank you, my friend. See you all around. Love to you. Love to you, my friend. Jay says, later, cats. Ginger says, hold it. Something with legalized marijuana. Why can't you smoke in a restaurant? Clean Air Act while smoking marijuana. Clean Air Act. Interesting. Oh man, poor man says, I hadn't thought of this. Jacob got to do 1K seals now. Well, now that idea has been planted. What do you say, Jacob? Jay says, I've 1K sit-ups. Hey, Eve, my friend, how are you? Eve is here to support. Much appreciated, my friend. Moss says, in Sweden we pay hay taxes and have free school, free food in all schools. Very nice. I like that. It is 22:15 p.m. in Nairobi. Well, I appreciate you joining us. I had you up on your sea adventure this morning for quite some time. Eric Point says, Jacob, what are you doing for the 1K subscribers? I went shirtless, not just shirtless, shirtless and wearing cutoff jeans and work boots. Well, here's the thing. Eric Lapointe went shirtless and in cutoffs and work boots based upon suggestions. So, guys, feel free to throw out those suggestions for Jacob. What would you guys like to see? Jason's waving at Eve. Miss Flipper says, hello, Nairobi from Italy. Ginger says, so the topics are just way out of my life. I make it that way. It don't concern me. I just want my money back, that's all. I'm in partial agreement with you. I live a very simple lifestyle. I do my best to live a yogic lifestyle. It's not 100%, it's not perfect, but I do my best. However, I don't mind paying taxes. I just want to make sure that my taxes, the money that I pay, go to and I can't just say to the things that concern me. My concerns might have a small effect upon the world. I want them to go to the greatest issues that are affecting us, each and every one of us. I want my money to go to feed someone who needs to be fed. I want my money to go to home someone who needs to be housed. I want my money to go for peace instead of war. Does that mean ending all defense spending? No, it doesn't. But how much do we need? Jay says, Miss Pepper, hey. Trending says, liked and sharing, sir. Thank you, Trending. Jay says, dress, wig, makeup, the full works. Ginger says, Daisy Dukes with knee highs. Man, poor Jacob. I should have kept my mouth shut. Jacob, I apologize, my friend. Cowboy hat, mankini, and rugged boots. I want to see Jacob sitting on a couch, eating pizza and burgers, drinking a milkshake, doing nothing. That would be some celebration, wouldn't it? I might vote with Eric Lapointe. I might cast my vote with that. Watching reruns of Married with Children. Jason's waving at Trending. Running Boy says, want my taxes to go into production of plain Pringles. All right, I can't argue that. It's an excellent point. Ginger says, I don't make people's problems yours. You can help, but don't let it affect you. There you go. Excellent point, Ginger. Moskva says, you use these emojis? I don't use any emojis. I do on my phone. I've recently discovered how on my phone. Man, I'm so technically inefficient in my life. Trending says, Buddha support, sir. Thank you so much, Trending. Poor man says, for real point, surrounded by empty wrappers. That would be funny. Trending says, may all is well to everyone. Thank you, Trending. Chris Flipper is waving at Jace. Finning says, won't stay long, sir. Going to bed now. Y'all have a blessed day ahead, everyone. Thank you again, my friend. We're not going to be long either. Just a couple more minutes. Finning said, shared on community. Thank you. On the subject of our friend trending, guys, if you can keep adding in some watch hours. Give me 1 second. I just want to put in a little thank you. So that might have to be a poll. What are we going to see with Jacob? Eric's point is laughing. Ginger says, Jacob and Brett, full onesie, thong, rollerblading, and tell everyone, I am a badass. So far, you know, I haven't seen a single suggestion that I don't like. Semper says, looks a beautiful afternoon out your window. It is a beautiful afternoon. The sun is out. It is about 71 degrees. Perfect. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, just a little bit, I'm going to make my last meal for the day. It's usually small. And then take a walk. If you guys want to follow an Ayurvedic principle, take a minimum 5 minutes, 10 minutes even better. Longer, of course, is always better. I shoot for about half an hour after every meal. Stuart is back. Welcome back, Stuart. Hey, Stuart, are you going live soon? Let's see. Moskal says, have you heard of the flying space burrito? I have not. I have heard of the flying spaghetti monster. Have you guys heard of that? Ginger says, Jacob in a onesie that better be in the poll. I think we could fit that in. Stuart says, not today. Jay says, Mankini must be in the poll. We might need to do multiple. Well, you know what we can do? We can rule things out one at a time. So the first one could be Mankini versus, you guys going to have to remind me. Mankini versus onesie. And then we'll move on to the next one from there. Of course, we got to have Eric Lapointe's excellent suggestion in there as well. Ginger says, I think onesie thong. Onesie thong. It's going down. It's being written in the big book. Sampa says the flying spaghetti monster and the purple people eater. I remember the song. The one-eyed, what is it? One-eyed, one-armed flying purple people eater. So, all right, guys, let's wrap things up. I appreciate you hanging out. It was fun celebrating our friend Jacob. And again, well deserved. As an example of hard work, no one better. As an example of putting yourself out there for other people, no one better. Miss Flipper says, thank you. Miss Flipper, I will see you tomorrow. Sniper says, catch you all soon. Tandra says, bye, Yogi. Tandra, I am looking forward to listening to Jace's song. Ginger says, Yogi will be in a onesie thong during his meditation. Well, of course. That's traditional yogic wear. So I told myself. It's a way you really, when you wear that onesie as you meditate, you're capturing the lower chakra energy and channeling it up the spine. I highly recommend it. Stuart says, I appreciate you, brother. Stuart, my friend, I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that. Ginger's laughing. So with the image of me meditating in a onesie in your head, causing no small amount of suffering to you all, I'm absolutely sure. I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see everyone later if you're around, if you want to hang out some more. We'll talk about something completely different than climate change. And I promise you, I can't promise you that we won't talk about climate change, but we might cover some election if there's news. But remember, it won't be political. Everything is based in kindness. Mossclaw says bye. Mossclaw, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Take care, guys. Hey, Night Watcher. Night Watcher, we're just saying goodbye, my friend. Sorry to have missed you. But thanks for coming in.